Hi guys, it's Magaz here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another ICS rifle, giving an overview of its construction and features, and then taking a look at how it performs on the range and in game. This is the ICS CXP15K, a more budget-friendly CQB rifle from the ICS CXP range, coming in at around £190 for the Proline version and £160 for the Sportline. Today we will be taking a look at the Proline version. There will be a short overview video of both rifles from the ICS booth at IWA 2017, linked in the cards at the end. The CXP15K is ideal for players who want a short, lightweight CQB rifle on a budget. Measuring in at around 640mm with the stock in the folded position, it is significantly shorter than a standard AR and very manoeuvrable in tight spaces. The gun weighs in around 2,000 grams unloaded. Now let's take a look at the features of this rifle. From the front, as standard, it has a birdcage style flash hider that covers a standard 14mm negative thread. Most aftermarket accessories like suppressors, tracers, flash hiders and amplifiers can be installed without any issue. The handguard is polymer and features top and bottom 20mm Picatinny rails and 6 key mod slots on either side for the addition of extra rails and accessories if needed. The front sight is low profile and neatly folds away into the upper rail. The upper rail is monolithic in design and stretches from the front sight all the way to the rear sight and charging handle. Like the front sight, the rear is low profile and again sits flush with the rail when folded away. The handguard is easily removable by pushing out a handguard pin, similar in design to that of an MP5. As the gun comes front wired as standard, underneath the handguard you will find storage for a small battery. The battery wire, as expected, has a mini Tamiya connector. The ICS website states it can fit an 11.1 volt LiPo, which means the CXP series is fine out of the box on an 11 volt battery. However, I find they run fine on a 7.4 volt LiPo. The receiver is of the same quality you would come to expect from any of the ICS CXP series. It is metal in construction, with the ICS CXP markings and a unique serial number on the left side of the magazine well. The ICS factory stamps are in front of the fire selector. The fire selector is right-handed only, and as you would expect, on the left-hand side of the receiver. It rotates through 180 degrees to select safe, semi and automatic. The magazine release is constructed of metal and the standard AR index finger push-button design situated on the right-hand side of the receiver. The bolt catch on the left side is non-functional and also metal in construction. The metal forward assist on the right hand side of the receiver operates the ICS spring tension release system. Tapping this after you have finished firing will reset the spring to its default position to avoid compressing it when it's not in use. The pistol grip is polymer and the standard AR-15 style. Inside it houses the ICS Infinite 2500 motor. To the rear of the receiver is an ambidextrous sling loop. The buffer tube just behind this is metal and allows for 6 positions of adjustment with a plastic LE style stock. Internally, the CXP has the legendary ICS split gearbox, allowing for ease of maintenance and quick access to the spring should you need to change it. The spring, if you're in the UK like myself, should be an M100 out of the box, keeping it well within that 350 FPS limit that most sites adhere to. The hop-up is accessible by pulling back the charging handle to open the bolt cover. It is plastic in construction and features the ICS thumb wheel design, which is much more stable than the outdated design of other brands. The inner barrel is 200mm long. The CXP comes as standard with an ICS 300 round PMAG style high cap, but the 180 round mid caps fit and feed flawlessly as well. Now we've got to know the CXP a little, let's take it to the chrono and see what it's firing out of the box. We will be using, as always, .20 gram BBs from 6mm ammo.co.uk and a Fire Dragon chrono. So on average, it comes in around 320 feet per second, or just under 1 joule, so it's perfect for CQB and well within the UK legal limits. Now we will take it over to the 30 meter range for an accuracy test. As usual, this isn't a test of the shooter's skill, but a test of how well the CXP performs. So to keep it fair, we will lock the CXP into a workbench and aim the sights at the alpha section of the target. The range has no wind to affect the flight of the BB, and for the test we will use the .25 gram BBs, again from 6mm ammo. Now let's take a brief look at the CXP in action. This should give you a better idea on what the gun is like in the field and how it performs in less than perfect conditions.
There's your Steve Buster on the ground. Three down, one still alive.
Well, you push into these woods now, because you go forward now. Sprint across.
I'm in a firefight. Push up to the main road. Roger that.
Contact on that corner.
Left or right? Oh shit, I found the respawn. Contact left and right. Enemy respawn is on the right, over. Two enemies moving up. Contact right, yeah, yep.
As you can see from the results from both the accuracy test and the gameplay, if you're playing CQB and you have to hit a man-sized target at around 30 meters, without a doubt you will get your rounds on target. The ICS CXP15K is an ideal AG for both new and more experienced players alike. It is relatively lightweight and short and performs adequately out of the box. I bought this gun to use when I play CQB, as my main rifle is far too long for the tight corners and corridors at sites like Labyrinth in Bury and Kiln in Liverpool. The CXP performs amazing in these tight situations and puts rounds downrange just as well as its bigger brothers. The only thing I'm going to change internally with this particular gun is I'm going to rear wire it to house a LiPo in the buffer tube. This will allow me to free up some space for the batteries from my Mobius cameras in the foregrip. Obviously I wanted to wait until after this review to do that, so it would be an unbiased review of the stock gun. Keep your eyes out for this particular gun in a series I'm going to be starting on the channel in the not too distant future. You'll know what it is when you see it. If you've enjoyed this video, found it useful, or learned something from it, hit the like button and leave a comment. I'd appreciate you taking the time to share it on social media as well. If you have any questions about the CXP15K, leave them down below and I will do my best to get back to you. Don't forget, there are more review videos on this channel. Check out the playlist on the screen right now for a link to those. As always, I'm Magaz, this is CBNPC TV, and remember kids, the air may be soft, but our balls are hard.